Well, it's a story it feels like we've been following forever, right, Danita? Former President Donald Trump has been found guilty on 34 felony counts in his hush money trial.
Trump convicted of falsifying business records in a scheme to silence an adult film star during the 2016 presidential election. NBC's Bree Jackson live in Washington with more on this story. Good morning, Bree.
Good morning, Danita, Dave. So we're hearing mixed reaction on this verdict. Top Republicans on Capitol Hill, they are rallying around the former president. House Speaker Mike Johnson claimed that the conviction was a purely political exercise, not a legal one.
Former President Donald Trump found guilty of all 34 counts of falsifying business records, marking the first time a former president has been convicted of a crime.
This was a rigged, disgraceful trial.
Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg brought the criminal charges against Trump.
I did my job. Our job is to follow the facts and the law without fear or favor.
Former Trump attorney Michael Cohen was a key witness in this trial. He testified that Trump knowingly made payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels in an effort to cover up an alleged affair before the 2016 election.
It's accountability. It's exactly what America needs right now.
Republicans are rallying around their presumptive GOP nominee.
I can't believe the hoax, this sham, this absolute injustice justice system.
In a statement, the Biden campaign said it respected the rule of law. Both presidential candidates are using Trump's legal battles to gain support. Americans are divided over the former president's conviction.
I think that if we have a president that could possibly be a felon, I don't think that's good for the country.
I'm not sure that it might sway it a little bit for Trump because of us seeing how unfair that was to him.
Voters will have their say in November.
And former President Trump will be sentenced on July 11th. That's just 4 days before the Republican National Convention. Danita?
Well, Bree, we know a lot of attention on the results of this case, but what's the status of the 3 other legal cases that the former president faces?
So right now, all of them are on hold. And in the case of the classified documents in Florida, that's indefinitely postponed. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has yet to deliver a decision on the former president's claim of complete immunity. That's something that we could see come down sometime in June.
All right, Bree Jackson reporting live from D.C. for us this morning. Thank you, Bree. Meantime, Ohio Republicans are reacting to the verdict. In a statement, Cuyahoga County Republican Party Executive Director Lisa Stickens said, quote, "This politically motivated trial filled with questionable evidence is a desperate attempt by Democrats to manipulate our justice system and interfere with the upcoming election," end quote. Meantime, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance also issued a statement saying, quote, "This isn't justice, it's election interference." At this time, Democrat Senator Sherrod Brown has not issued a public statement.
And we have more local reaction. Russ Mitchell spoke with Case Western Reserve University School of Law professor Jonathan Enton to get his insight about a possible sentence in this case.
Sentencing for former President Trump is set for July 11th. A lot of things on the table there, including jail time. Professor, do you think the Judge Juan Merchan is going to send the former President of the United States to jail?
No, I don't. And it's not because he's the former president of the United States. First, this is a first offense, and that by itself won't keep Trump out of jail, but it's a first offense for what is, in the grand scheme of things, not the most serious crime. This is a low-level felony under New York law. And generally, if people convicted for the first time of low-level felonies in New York don't get sentenced to jail. He might get probation, he might get a fine. But I would be surprised, and I think most folks who've been looking at this would be surprised if Trump were actually sentenced to jail.